accuracy of the GPS. So it's a problem as far as the archive is concerned, but it's not a real problem. On the other hand, while we're here, we can look at all kinds of different other problems. And here I won't have any problems to edit since I know I drive in this area. Okay, so here we have problem number 1, which is, intersecting roads. And basically it's telling me there's an intersection, or it suspects that there should be an intersection between Artesia Boulevard and the I-5 here. Knowing the area and seeing the aerial image, I know there is no intersection. So the easiest way to fix this kind of problem is to create a bridge. Basically telling the map editor that one of these roads is higher than the other road, and there shouldn't be an intersection, or you shouldn't even suspect to have an intersection. The way to do it is by clicking one segment, then keeping Control or Command on a Mac pressed and hitting the second section. Once we have that in the Edit panel, you can see that you can bridge above or bridge below. In this case, we want to bridge above. If we would have chosen Artesia Boulevard, sorry about that. Okay, looks like it's still not letting me do the bridge. It's probably related to a problem we had and we didn't fix yet. But this is the kind of option you should be able to do without a problem once you drove in the area.
I have a question.
Yeah, sure.
Regarding the bridging, sometimes I like to use the bridge to join sections that have a node that's just separating segments for no good reason. Is it recommended, because when you do bridging, it raises the level of the road. Is it recommended to set it back to 0, or does it not really matter? If there's not 2 actual roads.
Can you explain what you're trying to do?
Sometimes there's just a straight stretch of road that has a node separating it into 2 separate pieces. And I like to use bridging sometimes to join those 2 to make it easier to edit the road as a whole.
Yeah.
And so when I bridge those 2, it raises the level of the road from 0 to 1 and so forth.
Yeah, okay. Did you try to do a connect roads by order of selection?
Yeah, that connects them, but it leaves the node there.
Oh, okay. You're trying to get rid of the node.
Right.
Yeah, it shouldn't affect anything unless, until there is another road that intersects or doesn't intersect with this road. But
okay.
Generally, it doesn't matter that you turn it into a +1 coming from, let's say, a level 0.
All right. Yep, that's all I was wondering. Thanks.
All right, no problem. Anyone else?
Likewise, you could
before we move on?
change the level, too, if you really wanted to.
Yeah,
like when you
you mean in the edit road
ran
details?
into some intersections where, I don't know, it gets really complex on the interstate and you've got a whole bunch of ramps running over each other, and so you can just go in and individually select and change what level they are, 1, 2, 3, 4, or -1 if it's a tunnel or something.
Yeah, basically we're trying to make this a little bit more intuitive, the levels, but basically that's exactly
Okay.
why we call them 1, 2, 3, 4. So on these major interchanges where you have 4 different levels and sometimes a tunnel, that's exactly the way you should use this feature.
Yep.
Does that answer your question? All right. Um, okay. So we went through problem number 1. Let's look at this problem over here, problem number 21. So this problem is the road nearly touches junction. If we take off the map problems, it might look like everything is connected properly, but since the problem comes up, it means something isn't connected properly, and you can see there is actually a double of each road, so a double of each problem. So a good feature you can use here is a feature called highlight connectivity. You can get to it from the view panel, and you just make sure the highlight connectivity is checked. And what it will do, it will show you for each segment that you select which other segments you're allowed to drive to get on this segment and which other segments you can get off this segment and go to. Try to find one that is properly connected. Okay, so here you see the orange, which means you can get on this segment if you coming down from here. And it goes all the way up to here where you see another 6. So the easiest way to solve this, for some reason, part of it is two-way and the other part is one-way. What I would guess is that most likely this entire thing is a one-way, seeing how it's 2 separate lanes. To change that, I just go into the Edit Road Details and change it into one-way. Hopefully it will let me do it because I drove in the area. Okay. Usually it's not that slow. Of course, I chose the wrong direction, so I can just highlight the segment and reverse the direction.
I've got a question about that.
Okay. Yeah, just one more thing. After you're done with each one of these, you can also hit refresh. Usually it will do the refresh automatically, but you can hit refresh to see that the map problem is gone. So while you're asking the question, I'm just going to go back up to make sure
Okay.
that the
In the
problem
next
is gone.
version of
Go ahead.
Cartouche, is it going to be a little bit more clear about like the direction of the road? Because sometimes like when you have it oriented there, you can, like you just did, select the wrong direction. Is there going to be a more clear way to select whether you're going east or west or north or south on the road?
That's a good idea. I don't know if we're working on anything right now. I agree it's confusing. I work on the Cartouche, you know, most of my day, and I still get the direction confused sometimes, but we should definitely improve it. I don't know if we have anything in the works right now. Okay, so the problem is still there. The easiest way to do it